that was for me really a pivotal point because he was like Superman to me. My cousin died at 32,
Sorry.
33. Essentially, as far as I understand it, and I haven't read the toxicology reports, but he died from a hot pill. Took a muscle relaxer, spiked with fentanyl, fell
Ooh,
asleep, didn't wake up again.
wow.
And that was for me really a pivotal point because he was like Superman to me. I was like, well, if nothing can happen to Johnny, like he's invincible. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna be fine. And I think most of us go through a point in time where, the kind of illusions of youth fade away, where someone passes and like we're like, oh like if it could happen to him, it can happen to me.
Yeah.
And then, he dies suddenly, abruptly, just a cut to the story. And I'm like, damn, like the end of this is death and it is unexpected and it's not always going to be the happy end.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be an end that even makes sense or that has some kind of poetic justice to it or like anything, sometimes it's just
Yeah.
cut and over, fade to black. So for me, that was then like a pretty dark depression followed that, to the point where like I was spiraling out of control. And it felt like I was watching a car crash from like outside of the car while being at the wheel at the same time. And like I'm driving the car into the wall
Right.
while being like outside on the sidewalk and being like, that's gonna run into the wall. And eventually like I shifted from that like third person objective viewpoint to then being like at the wheel and being like, I'm driving this car against the wall
Yeah.
and this is not gonna end well.
Right.
And so then like I had to change a lot of things and I had to work on things and I had to face a lot of things, and that's really like what my story for the past over half a year has been about.
Yeah.
Is really just like working on that and looking at like those things honestly. And it's not easy,